Last time on Final Fantasy 16, he took down the Wailing Banshee and liberated what was left of a prison, culminating in defeating a behemoth. This time we're starting with a behemoth. An S-rank hunt. Wish me luck. I'm probably going to need it. Something tells me this is going to be quite a bit more dangerous than the A-rank behemoth I just fought. This is the Behemoth King. Will it be more or less difficult than the dragon, I wonder? Let's start off with Diamond Dust, get that going early. Bloody hell! Okay. Not what I was expecting to happen there. Let's go. Build up that Zentetsuken. And as high as you can. Yeah, okay, this guy's hurting like a truck. Okay, we're good. Nope. Not getting me that easily, Behemoth King. Come on, there we go, go down. Use Gungnir just to build up the combo a little bit. And then... Damn it, I wasted that because I held R2 when I didn't need it. Still, good damage. What kind of a charge was that? It was an interesting one, that's for sure. Okay, finally screwed up the Four Horsemen. Yeah. Whatever. That, unfortunately, was, well, unfortunate. I don't like missing that. Rain of fire! Okay. And those just spread out around him. Good to know. Yeah, don't care. I'm using all my items. That's fine. Dancing Steel. There we go. Stop time. Mesmerize. There we go. Takes him down. Where's your break bar? There it is. Good. And Zentetsuken. While half primed, while he's staggered. I cannot get the timing down for that anymore. I had it fine at first. What's that? A little bit of frostbite for you? Oh, too bad. And boom, punch to the face. Apocalypse? That doesn't sound good. I just jumped into an AoE. I don't appreciate that. Okay, Dancing Steel, let's go. Forget it? Yep, good. And while he's like that, we'll use Gungnir to build it up a little bit further. There we go, we're ready. You know what? Diamond Dust it. And we've got Open Fury ready. Good, there we go. I don't know how quickly this is going to work afterwards, but we'll try our best. There we go, got it in time. Densetsu can finish it off.
You lose.
118,000 damage in that saga. Marvelous. Another Behemoth Shackle and an Orichalcum. Very nice.
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
Have some love, Torgal. You deserve it. Okay. With that, we are off to Rendalar. Which should be, yep, down here. And in Boklat, we can restock. So I will see you over in Rendalar. We are restocked after our fight with the Behemoth King, and now it's time to visit Rendalar.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
I'm guessing it probably can be.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
You still so eager to fight now that I'm here?
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't.
You're right. It won't.
Finish him.
There we go. Start off with Diamond Dust. Go into Urban Fury. And then over into Gungnir. And let's see if this is enough. It is not. But that's okay. Still did some nice damage. And done. You tried your best. Your best wasn't good enough. Your best wasn't even a flicker in my memory.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
Actually, I agree. That last guy stayed alive a whole 30 seconds longer than he should have.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic.
Yeah, I mean...
It's a fucking disgrace.
Your
interfering
icon
old
was
bastard of
corrupt
an
as
uncle
hell.
tried to
Why
warn
wouldn't
me, of
the
course.
soldiers be?
My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question.
Go on.
What do you stand to gain from all this?
Peace and
I
tranquility
won't
on
deny
Earth.
that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now, we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
You know, enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing.
Certainly not
And
the
right
words
now,
I
everyone's
expected from
enemy
an
is Ultima.
outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw.
No, we have the power of 6
I'll
icons.
never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
And now you're going to send me to
What do you
convince
mean?
them.
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm
No.
flattered. But I'm no diplomat either.
Clive doesn't do well as a
And I have
diplomat.
other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well.
If there
Send
are
your
no
man to me
lords
right
remaining,
away.
then can you really be
I
an
shall.
outlaw? World is in shambles right now.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very
Which
good, my lord.
associate are we going after? I wonder.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin.
Ah,
I hope I can
Quentin,
convince him at least.
the psychopath. Well, that's a choice. Over to Lostwing we go. Quentin, I know you just lost all of your people into an Aether flood, but care to help us out with something else? All I need you to do is pretend you're not evil and bloodthirsty and convince people to do the right thing.
Ambrosia won't help me here. Not here.
There we go,
Ready, go?
Ambrosia. Let's go, girl. Yeah, I knew you could jump up that. Good girl.
Back to the stables, girl.
Quentin.
Quentin. I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold.
Yeah,
Go on, then.
a little bit more.
Propose.
I need you to convince the world to stop being stupid.
You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
That would be
I
good.
know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best.
Is it?
If it's the vineyard you're worried about,
If you say so.
we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can
Because
do
he's
that,
one man, and what's
who's to
being
say
asked
you
of him
couldn't
is
convince the entire realm?
basically impossible.
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Is this going to be it? Is it just returning to the hideaway, or is it going to be a two-parter? I guess we'll find out. Hey, Uncle.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
A psychopath.
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master
For
Quinton would
lack of a
probably call
word,
me one
yes.
of his. But yes,
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
Yeah, I
The
don't
more the
see it
merrier.
going well, honestly.
Uncle,
Quentin is,
assuming
well,
Havel and
Quentin.
Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Yeah, what?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well,
remember that.
the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
It's
Of
a
course,
two-parter. We've got to go and join them at Port Isolde. Just how big is this quest gonna be? Never mind, we get taken straight there.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood.
Yeah,
That
probably
is,
a
unless
bad
you have them
idea.
turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen.
Is Quentin going to be the mediator
Perhaps I might
here too,
suggest
as well?
an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption.
Quentin,
Two such
you might
firm
want to
friends
watch
as
your
yourselves need
tone
no
here.
help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you?
it was
You are
criminal or
not fit to breathe
slave.
the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Like, come on.
Outstanding. He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Yeah, that's going to take a while for them to solve.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to
What's
do
left
that,
of it?
we must convince those in power,
Considering how much
the
of it is going to
generals,
cash
the
it.
statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate
You
of the
sure
world
about that, Uncle?
lies in my nephew's hands. But the
Oh, that's
well-being
true.
of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't
Can you
been
assign it
accompanied
when
by
there's only
a
the
little
two of you
ceremony?
here and you need the whole world on your side?
Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Tri-Unity. Rutherford, Mike Will.
The Tri-Unity. Really, Uncle? Terrible.
Well, my boy, the stage is set.
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive.
Oh,
I,
right, so Crandall
want
was
you
the
to keep this
in
signed
play.
accord.
Yeah.
As proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Quest complete. Three's Company. The Tri-Unity Accord, another item to go into Clive's bed. He's starting to collect quite a few up there.
What do you think that thing?
Now we're going to do one last thing before we wrap up. So, probably I should also get some items. I will do that off screen. One thing I want to do before we wrap up is go talk to the Whispering Matron, or whatever it is, and pick up our rewards for all the questing we've been doing. Looks like no new hunts yet, which is good. Desiree.
Oh, wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Patron's Whisper.
Your
That's
benefactors
it.
are a generous lot.
Yeah, we only got the one. Okay. If the drunken galley captain I shared a table with last night is to be believed, word of your exploits has made its way across the seas to the great continent. What is more, she claims there are those who would see you flourish, herself being one such woman.
All yours.
And the next set unlocks at
Best of
2850,
luck
which
out there,
we're
Sid.
working towards. Okay. Let's have a quick look at what those Genji gloves are. Increases damage dealt to enemies by 5%, just a flat 5% damage increase. It's not bad. I'm happy with my setup, but not a bad reward. Next time on Final Fantasy 16, we're going to go check the missives that have come in while we've been questing, including a new quest that's there. And then we're going to continue on clearing up all these side quests. See you then.